Hey, what's up? It's Jeff. Wanted to show you a little bit of this game from Arc System Works. Those are the Guilty Gear guys, and Axis Games brought it out over here. This is Battle Fantasia for the Xbox 360. It's a 2D fighter, polygonal graphics, but the gameplay is all 2D. And this here's the intro. The game's got a very kind of role-playing game thing going on, with the world being saved from, you know, ultimate evil, the scion of ill presage, or something. I don't know. Yeah, so this is it. They didn't really do much to it in terms of bringing it to the U.S. I think they probably just slid these subtitles onto the intro and translated the story mode, and that's about it. And it does have a full cast of characters. Kind of based on role-playing games. You get that kind of like RPG archetypes of, you know, kids with big swords and stuff like that. And a lot of echoey announcer voice. And here's the cast. Princess Olivia, Royal Guard Ashley, former King Don Valve, Teddy Bear Watson, Harry Potter, Cat Lady, Gunslinger Face. Oh, that is funny every time I think about it. Wish my name was Gunslinger Face. Wouldn't be here doing this, that's for damn sure. And those are kind of your main characters. A couple of kids with swords. And that's a, you know, heart thing. And that's a little water ripple. Now we'll jump into it. I'm gonna get into survival mode, because that seems like the fastest way to see as many different fighters as we can in a short period of time here. I'm gonna play as Urs, because, you know, the cursor defaults to him, so he's obviously going to be the most like Ryu or Ken in the entire game. And you know, as a result, he's got, you know, the moves you would expect from a default character. That's fireball there, a little fireball, a little dragon punch, and you know, hurricane kick. He also has this little shoulder charge here, so, you know, totally different, totally different. The game's pretty standard. It's got you know, 2 super moves for a character from the scheme of things. There's the full throttle Roadmaster, which is sort of a little charge into a dragon punch. And then apparently his chainsaw thing turns into some kind of scooter, air scooter, and he's out of here. Now we're going to fight this rabbit. That rabbit can talk, dude. I don't know. It's a wizard rabbit that can talk. I don't think I'm really into that, so I'm going to beat the crap out of it. Not cool. Let's see if we can hit the other super here. The Basilisk Burst! I blocked it. In addition to kind of your standard attacks, you can, of course, do throws and stuff. And it'll reach out there. Maybe you can't. Yeah, maybe he's too short to be thrown. I don't know. The game also has a parry system. You can parry incoming attacks and counter them. You can parry in the air, you can parry on the ground, you can parry all over the place. Here's the cat lady. She's a waitress and a cat. They're dressed up like a cat. So she's gonna bounce around and hold her, you know, tea or soup or whatever it is. And oh, that's just not cool. In addition to your 2 supers, there's also Heat Up, and that uses a level of your meter to kind of enhance your attacks. It seems like it's a little different with every character. For Urs here, it makes all of his special attacks a little more damaging, like adds a little bit of extra animation on them. See if we can hit that now. No. Hit that foot to your lip. Try and land the Basilisk Burst here. it feels pretty good. Like, you know, it has kind of what you would expect in terms of being able to, you know, cancel into supers and that sort of stuff. Try the Basilisk Burst again. No, too far away. The game has other modes, of course, than just you know, survival. It's got an arcade mode because this was originally an arcade game. It also has a story mode, which has a bunch of like static screen shots of these characters and a whole lot of speech. All the speech is in Japanese, which should please people that are into that sort of thing. The rest of us will have to read. And the arcade mode is basically 9 fights to the finish, and at the end you fight against Deathbringer, which is this big knight with a big-ass sword. And he has a second mode. The final boss fight is his alternate form, I guess. And in that form, you can only really hurt him when he is in heat-up, when you are in heat-up state. So that's a little tricky because heat-up doesn't last very long. And if you get hit while you're heated, it'll knock you out of that state. So I was able to get up to the final boss without, I don't even think I maybe lost like a round the whole way. But then I have not been able to beat Deathbringer just yet, so that's a little tricky. Also, he has 10 times as much health as you do, so that's, you know, super tricky. There's also an online mode, which would be a lot better if there were more people playing it. Ran into a couple of players so far, but the lag in both matches was less than ideal, we'll call it. Some might call it totally unplayable. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out in the long run. If you end up getting a copy of this game, let me know. Maybe we could play, because dude, there's no one playing this game. If they can even find it, like, it seems like the game has a pretty poor distribution. Like I said, that's part of why I wanted to do this video in the first place, since it seems pretty likely that you know, no one will ever hear of this game. And it seems alright. It seems like an alright game, so, you know. Let's see if I can Basilisk Burst this dude. There we go. Take a little bit of that. I fed it to Dawn Valve real rough. Gave it to him right in his Dawn Valve. I don't know what that means. It's best not to think about it. The game also has the original arcade mode in it. I guess they made some changes, probably some balance changes or something like that. So you can actually go in the menu and change and choose from original or consumer, is what they call the home version, which, you know, only a little confusing probably. But I'm going to take a guess and say that most of you have never seen the arcade version. I know I haven't, other than some screenshots here and there, so probably, you know, not super concerning. I think that's going to do it. The game is Battle Fantasia. It's out now. I'm going to keep playing it. I think it seems like it's all right, and we'll have a review in the future. So be on the lookout for that.